Right, my name's Jamie Hughes and this is going to be a new series for the A to Z of commercial fishing, which I'm going to try and cover as many different aspects as possible through my commercial world that I seem to live in, and give you hopefully tips on every possible subject I can think of that with a bit of luck will help you put a few more fish in that keep net. Right, well first up for me, it has to be accuracy. I mean, if there's any edges in when it comes to commercial fishing, definitely being that 1, 2, 10% more accurate than everyone else. It's massive, do you know what I mean? It puts, do you know what I mean, that 10% potentially more fish in your net. And for me, it's plumbing up mainly. That's where your accuracy comes in, making sure you're as tight as possible whenever you're fishing. There's a few little steps for me that, make me accurate or more accurate than everyone else, I like to think. So first up, I want to go through a few little steps. Picking a far bank marker, it's been around for years. It's what, it's the way to go. What I find is the type of marker that you choose, it might seem a bit daft, but choosing the smallest markers possible, make me more accurate. On this far bank, I've got great big trees, I've got a peg, I've got posts and all that. Instead of picking a big marker, sort of like a peg opposite me, that's probably going to give me a 2-foot window, I want to go tiny. Do you know what I mean? If I'm fishing close enough, maybe to a far bank on an island, up towards a peg in this case where I can see nice little small objects, I want to pick something tiny. I want to pick a stone. I want to pick a tiny little stick, something that keeps me literally within 1, 2, 3 inches at the most, so I know I'm in exactly the same place all the time. Picking the right sorts of objects that just mean that I'm not going to be vague. I'm bang on exactly. In this case, I pick a little stone on that far bank, and that would mean I'm putting it in exactly the same place all the time visually, so I know where I'm looking at the same place all the go. So that's the first point that I always want to do. Secondly, is that depending on what I'm fishing on, obviously we've either got an open water or you're going to fish on a slope or up to a far bank, whatever. When fishing open water, I don't believe there's a difference in me fishing there or 6 inches further on. It's the same. As long as it's flat, it's great. In that case, I'll always go to a join. Yeah, I love fishing to a join on my pole, so I can ship out, I can feel something, and I know I'm always in the same place because I can feel that join. Yeah, it's always on my thumb. I'll have it in the same place, either in my right hand or I might have it at the far end of my left hand, my finger extended. That's comfortable for me. That's what I always do. Again, just to make sure I'm as accurate as possible with how far I'm going. If I'm on a bit of a slope and I need to be at a fixed depth, I want to fish in 3 foot and I have to be at an exact point on a slope, and that doesn't coincide with a join, then my next step is to whack a little bit of tape on. So literally I have a little tiny bit of electrical tape, and just by putting that on my pole, all I want, for me, it's not about visibility. I don't want to see it, because the last thing I want to do is look down and see what graphic or a bit of tape or a mark on my pole. I've got too much going on out there to be looking for things on my pole. So instead I want to be able to feel it. So it's just the same as it would a join. With that bit of tape, I can feel where that is every single time. Put it in the same place on my hand, and again, it just helps me a little bit more accurate. Again, lastly, and this is a mistake I see a lot, it's how we sit on the box. Yeah, when you're plumbing up, for whatever reason, I do not have a clue, and I've been guilty of it myself years gone by, when we all plumb up, we all stretch. Why that is, I don't know. We all sit a bit different, we all stretch out, and that's what we want to do. And then when you start fishing, you relax and you come into fishing position. Make sure you're in that when you're plumbing up. You know what I mean? Sit there nice and comfy. For me, it's always about having my right leg touching the right leg of my box. So it always presses right into the same position. So I know that as long as I go off this right leg, wherever it may be, front, back, middle, whatever, it's always in the same place. My leg's never moving, whereas this left leg can go a bit all over the place depending on what I'm doing. But my right leg is always in exactly the same position. So if I can line up my far bank marker with me tape on my join, let's go to my join, with me right leg, it's all, there's 3 little things there that keep it as accurately as possible. As long as all 3 of them are in sync, pretty much I can't present my rig any more accurately than that, and hopefully that puts a few more fish in my net.